Hello, I am Levi Height and I will be talking to you about the quality of work life in the military. Being in the military, life can sometimes be a bit difficult for its service members. The military life consists of many obligations that they must follow as they volunteer to serve. These can include long deployments, which leads to constant separation from family members and traveling to hostile foreign lands where their lives and limbs may be at risk from attacks. These are but a few of the more obvious ordeals that a military member can undertake. Thankfully, after many studies into how soldiers have experienced trauma after battle, there have been many strides to help soldiers cope with their stress by increasing their quality of work life. This begins at home as well as in deployed locations. At home, there are many ways in which the military helps and supports its members. There is group support, personal support, and deployment support. Each of these various support functions is to aid military members in their daily lives. Try finding a civilian company that is willing to help their employees this much. On every military base, there are various avenues of group support for its members and their families. There are many support groups for spouses who help one another when their loved ones are deployed. They get together and create events as a means to get to know each other and build strong bonds through these common experiences they share. Some support groups have babysitting for their children so that parents can have a date night. The stress of work can sometimes affect the soldiers' personal life and vice versa, which is why these systems were implemented. Due to the amount of time soldiers can spend away from their families, relationships can become strained or even destroyed. So every military branch has counseling and therapy sessions for couples who might be having difficulty with their marriages. Many of these programs can also be found online at military resources for those who wish to know more about them. There are also lots of programs that help the individuals themselves. Personal stress can accumulate even at home, which can lead to poor work performance and even dereliction of duty if problems aren't resolved. There are programs to help military members with finances, housing, pursuing a higher education, and even assistance for substance abuse. Also, the military provides for the basic necessities of everyone in the service: a dining facility for food, markets for clothing, medical clinics with insurance, dormitories with beds to sleep in, and a steady paycheck. This is way more than the civilian company can or will provide for their employees. Deployments are an obligation that military members must undertake in times of war. The threats of an attack are always present in the minds of everyone. To help reduce this stress, the military has created morale events like USO tours and celebrity visits. During non-duty hours, service members can have entertainment at the recreation center. There they can watch movies, play games, have internet access, and even cell phones to call home. Some service members even prefer to go on deployments as often as possible because the government permits extra fiscal compensation for those on tour. This is even more so for those with families. There is family separation pay, overseas pay, and hostile fire pay, just to name a few. Some places even have per diem, which can be upwards of more than $100 a day. This is to factor in the local currency and hotel expenses. Money can be a strong motivator for a lot of people, and so are willing to take greater hardships for it. In conclusion, the military has a long history of taking care of its members in virtually every facet of their lives. The government has made great efforts to help its service members. At home, they have made programs for families and children of military members, programs to assist service members with personal issues or goals, and even help deployed members endure the harshness of deployed environments. Although it's not a profession that everyone can do, the military does a lot for those in its employ. I thank you for listening to me, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you again. Bye-bye.